Lacey's was, many of you know, is a building on Church and 7th Street. And it was a building that really had a sentimental spot within the Eastside community. Many of people remember the Lacey's chicken fingers. And I won't say what else we remember from Lacey's, right? But that project is really unique because if you wanted to take a look at something that symbolized the decay of the East Side community, that's what that building was. Through our relationship with the Wilmington Housing Partnership, we've been able to purchase the building, and through our partnership with the Challenge program, we're going to redo that building from the inside out, restore it to its historical, the way it was. The Challenge program will be using their youth training in construction, and they will be partnering with Eastside Rising Training Center construction training program, so that within that project you'll have people from the community who are both training youth and adult working side by side on that program. On top of that, it will bring affordable housing. There will be 2 rental units on the top floor, and on the ground floor is going to be a commercial spot, a coffee shop where people will be able to gather, and community will continue to take place. And more than anything else, it will bring another business to the East Side. And I think we've identified someone who already is interested in taking up that spot. So as you can see, there are a number of things that we have done, more that we are looking to do, and you guys are funders. You've invested a lot into this community. We want you to continue to do that because there's so much more that we need to do. And you can say amen to that. Amen. So this is a very glorious and happy day. I'm going to now bring up Mr. Timothy Corbet from Interneighborhood Foundation, and he's going to talk about another project that is just coming online as we continue to improve on the East Side. Tim?
Good morning, everyone. So pleasing to see everyone come out this morning. I'm going to be brief in my remarks. Just quickly, Interneighborhood Foundation. We got an amen there. Can we get a second? Yeah. We are proud original partner as far as the Eastside Rising project. And over the last couple of years, we've redeveloped about 17 units here on the East Side and Upper East Side. Most recently, we finished construction of 8 new construction units on the 1400 block of Walnut Street, right across from Habitat's project. And we're really pleased to say that that was one of the first projects, certainly in recent years, we were able to sell that project out before we actually completed construction. Not only that, but we've helped to really raise the values. I think Kevin would attest to that in terms of the type of units we built, and so we're really proud of that. I'm going to speak briefly. If you look at your map on the back, our project, and right now we don't have a formal name for it, but it's 922 Lombard Street. It's number 2 on the map. And so we're not going to make you walk all the way over there. So that's part of the reason I'm speaking today. But we do have some renderings over on the side. And that is something we're very proud of, we're looking forward to. We're going to settle on that project any day now. It'll be before the end of this month. And what it is a church, a parsonage, and a parking lot. The church is a 12,000 square foot building. Some of you are familiar with the East Side, may know that as Reverend Blackshear's church, historically, most recently Reverend Broomer. The parsonage itself has been vacant for over 40 years. So, I mean, we're talking about something that is right in the middle of the East Side that really has not been as productive in its use as we would like. And so what we're going to be doing is the project is 2 phases. The first phase we'll be starting on immediately is the redevelopment of the parsonage, as well as improvements to the parking lot. And so the parking lot will have multiple uses. Not only it'll be some parking for folks that work in the Central Business District, allow us to generate revenue that will help us for the renovations of the church. But also we'll be having community activities. For example, and I'm putting Mike on the spot now and Reverend Keeling, but we're looking to have, for example, a farmer's market type activity there in August. And we want to use it for those types of activities where, again, it can become a community hub. The second part of the project is the renovation of the church. And you'll see some conceptual drawings of that. Again, it's 12,000 square feet, so we'll be doing it in multiple phases. One aspect of it, though, that we're feeling pretty good about that will likely happen is one additional space for the workforce development program with Central Baptist Church to allow them to expand and really maximize what they're doing with the various modules. But then also a permanent space for the Urban Acres food program. As many of you know, has already been alluded to, they have the mobile van and the like, but this will provide a permanent year-round retail space as well as a storage space so that they can have distribution to other markets in the city. And so one of the things I do want to personally thank Councilwoman Oliver and Councilwoman Harley. We got our variance hearing approved last week to move forward the project. Thank you. One quick thing I'll say is that we did hear some positive things. So even as we have a concept for the church, one of the great things with the financing that we worked out with First State Community Loan Fund and Park, we're able to go into this project, start the first phase, but really get more input in terms of the finalization of our plans for the church. And so we'll be having some community meetings in the next couple of months to really finalize, because we want this building to be a community hub. So I encourage you to take a look at the drawings. If you get a chance, go by it. It's at 10th and Lombard Streets. Again, it's probably architecturally one of the most, aesthetically, one of the most beautiful buildings really in the community. And I think once we get a chance to do work on it, it'll really be a gem for the whole Eastside. So with that being said, I am going to invite County Executive Matt Meyer to come forward. Matt has been very supportive of all of our housing efforts and of the Eastside Rising program.
Good morning. It's good to be here this morning. I'll be quick. Reverend Keeling and Tim, looks like you made some of you sweat. So I'll try to cool you down. Last night I went out to Middletown. We had a public safety meeting for the community. And we drove all the way out to Middletown about 6:30 last night. And we get there and 4 people were there. And we went ahead, did our public safety meeting, and it went well. And the 2 adults and 2 kids came out of it. I feel like they felt like it was rewarding. When you go to these events, you're never sure quite who's going to be there and how many people are going to be there. When I just turned the corner about 15 minutes ago, right here on the east side, on Church Street, and saw the crowd here, I was like, wow. Wow, give yourself a round of applause. Some of you may know I taught right down the street at Prestige Academy. Taught 6th and 7th grade. And my students would often say to me, Meyer, people like you don't like coming over here. People like you don't like coming over here. And so it really means a lot to have all sorts of people from all across the city, county, and state coming here today to make a statement about what we want to do and who we are. We live in a 2017 where, they're sending rockets to the sky now that land. They don't blow up or anything. They don't land in the sea. They come back and land, and they send them up again. We have cars driving around without drivers. We've solved problems as humans that we thought were nearly impossible to solve. When you open the newspaper, turn on the radio, or turn on the TV, and hear of the problems in this city and in this county, there's no way that we cannot solve these problems. But the only way is with efforts like Eastside Rising. With efforts like Eastside Rising. When you look at all the names up there, churches, governments, nonprofits, just individuals coming and saying that this matters. This matters. It's who we are. It's not who they are. It's who we are. So thank you so much for coming out today. It's really vital to building this city, building this county, and building this state. Thank you.
All right, we're now going to pass the plate, everybody. Because Matt got you fired up, right? If we've learned anything this morning is that Eastside Rising and Habitat for Humanity, other partners, have a lot of fans in the house, right? So my name is Kevin Smith. I'm the CEO with Habitat for Humanity. I want to welcome everybody on behalf of our board of directors, many of whom are here. Can I have them raise their hands, please, so we can acknowledge their leadership? This is our next project on the east side called Hope Run. To date, we have built 21 new homes. We're finishing another 5 at 14th and Walnut. A year and a half ago, we helped 8 low-income seniors with critical repairs. Some of them are in the house. Can I get them to raise their hands? We launched the second phase of that project, and this fall, we're going to have another project called Rock the Block here on the east side. It's going to be a community cleanup. It's going to be healthy homes for folks, but none of that happens without the East Side residents. Can I get an applause and a round of applause for those folks? Our mission at Habitat is we seek to put God's love into action by building homes, community, and hope. Through our mission and together with our prospective homeowners, volunteers, and so many financial partners that are here today, we provide stability, strength, and self-reliance for hardworking families. I was at a meeting with Reverend Keeling yesterday where he gave the example of Ezekiel, the prophet in the Bible, who talked about the valley of dry bones and how this community was going to be resuscitated. Well, Reverend Keeling, I'm here to tell you that all of us nonprofit partners join with you in that analogy, but we also add Nehemiah, who came back to Jerusalem to rebuild that community, and that's what we're doing here. We've been doing, and we're going to keep doing. I just want to take a moment to thank the sponsors that have been involved with this project, these 4 new homes. If you're here, could you raise your hand so we could recognize you? The Kutz Foundation, West Legacy, Christ Church Christiana 100, the New Century Club of Newark, WISFIS, I know Terry is here, Wells Fargo, TD Bank, Comenity, I know the president of Comenity, John Marion, is here, the Elise Rosa McDonald Foundation, Capital One. I just heard recently the city of Wilmington is going to be a financial partner. Thank you, Mayor, for that. Uh-oh, that's how you do it. I'm going to drop the mic now. DenRec, I don't want anybody to be alarmed, but this is a brownfield. You're perfectly safe being here today. It's going to get cleaned up. Bank of America and our lead sponsor, JPMorgan Chase. I do want to introduce the Executive Director of Credit Risk, Maureen McDonald from JPMorgan Chase, who's going to come up and say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. And thanks, Kevin, for the introduction. JPMorgan Chase is really thrilled to be part of this special day today, and we're proud to take ownership and partnership with you of the Habitat for Humanity along with Newcastle County. Throughout the work of Habitat, thousands of low-income families have found new hope in the form of affordable housing, and JPMorgan Chase is fortunate to be able to help make this happen by partnering with organizations like Habitat throughout the world. Stabilizing distressed communities is a top priority of JPMorgan Chase and a critical component of our charitable giving strategy. And we are pleased to have supported the Eastside Neighborhood Revitalization Initiative over the past few years. As you know, the goal of this initiative is to provide affordable housing for low-income first-time home buyers by adding decent, safe, and affordable homes to the available housing stock in Wilmington's distressed and blighted East Side. We have also made other significant investments to help revitalize Wilmington, from making funds available to small businesses throughout the state and offering skills for training at high school and college levels within Delaware, and then other initiatives on our efforts on Market Street and the Creative District. JPMorgan Chase has an unwavering commitment to make a positive difference in the communities where our customers live, work, and visit. That's because we make decisions not based on just on business, but because we just think it's the right thing to do. Not only do we invest our money in Wilmington and across Delaware, but we dedicated our time last year. Almost half of the nearly 10,000 Delaware employees at JPMorgan Chase volunteered in one way or another. They devoted more than 10,000 hours to serving the community, and many of those served hours were certainly done at Habitat for Humanity. We care deeply about the future of Wilmington and its people, and we believe the foundation of any thriving community often revolves around having a job and having a home, and that programs like this not only change lives, but can also change generations. Thank you to the many volunteers and the community partners for supporting this wonderful work, and thank you again to Habitat for your continued commitment to Delaware. Thank you.
I'm not done yet. Nice. Last but not least, I'd like to report that 3 of the 4 homes that we're going to build here are already sold, and those home buyers are here with us today. It's my pleasure to introduce new Eastside residents, Deborah Bartley, Jasmine Barnes, and Shanika Brown. And Shanika's going to share a brief word with you all.
Hello. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Shanika Brown. Miss Deborah and Yasmin. We're on behalf of us. We're so excited and blessed to be here today with all of you. Habitat for Humanity is providing us with one of the best opportunities of our lifetime, and we are so very proud and excited to be a part of such an outstanding organization. I'm grateful and enthusiastic about this new adventure in our lives. I'm sure they are as well. We can't wait to get started and begin building our new home from the ground up. I'm looking forward to getting to know my neighbors and becoming invested in this community, which is the great Eastside. This helps us become more financially stable and just have a peace of mind knowing we have this wonderful place to call our home. So thank you all for coming. We greatly appreciate it, and have a wonderful day.
So we're going to turn some dirt, and then we're going to go on a tour. Could I ask the mayor to grab us some?